Hi guys, Lookfuck here and welcome to the second video. Today I'm going to be reviewing the 89 rated icon Miroslav Klose. He's got a fantastic looking card and he did cost me in the region of 750,000 coins, and in the 4 games that I played him with, he scored me 8 goals and got me 0 assists, and he does have a 4-star weak foot as well as 3-star skill. As I'm moving along into his in-game stats, his main standout stats are going to be his 91 finishing, his 90 attack positioning, his 93 jumping, and finally his 90 reactions. And I did also have the Hunter chemistry that applied to Miroslav Klose for the 4 games that I used him with in foot. Right, there's a few things just to get into before we get into the pros and cons of this Miroslav Klose. I want to give a quick shout out to MMOGA. I've now teamed up with them instead of G2O just because I think it was better for my channel. Feel free to go and check them out if you guys want any cheap games, or more importantly, cheap FIFA coins with Footmas, due to be out, I believe, this Friday, and then Team of the Year next month as well. They are who I use to buy my coins off, to be able to essentially do reviews like this, because I don't want to spend my hard-earned cash on FIFA points when, EA aren't going to give me anything in return in terms of better services or a better quality of game. I could make a massive rant in it, but obviously you guys aren't here for that. So shout out to MMOGA. Go and check out them for cheap and reliable coins, because I pretty much use them every couple of weeks or so, or every payday, and all that good stuff. And then also, guys, a shout out to the person that recommended me to do this Miroslav Klose review. You know who you are, so I thought I'd just give you a bit of a shout out just for all the support. And obviously, guys, thank you to everyone that watches my videos. If you comment, if you don't comment, I really do appreciate it, and I don't think I say it enough, so I thought once again I'd just say it, in this video. Thank you guys so much. We got over 100,000 views for the month of November, which is absolutely fantastic, and we're flying to hopefully 8,000 subscribers as soon as possible, which is absolutely fantastic. So guys, honestly, means so much, and I really do appreciate all the support that I get on every video. But anyway, guys, focusing on this Miroslav Klose review, it's a bit of an interesting one, this, because I reviewed Gignac literally about an hour ago, and the cards are very similar. If you look at the in-game stats, he's a very similar card and costs 700,000 coins more. Don't get me wrong, he looks a lot more cool than him. Obviously, Miroslav Klose is a well more known name than Gignac, but even so, it does make you think, should I really be paying all the coins more for this Klose card? And we'll get into the pros for Klose, and his only pro is going to be his finishing. I thought his finishing was absolutely fantastic. 90 attack positioning, 91 finishing, 83 shot power, 81 long shots. In general, just really good shooting stats. And of course, with the Hunter Chem style, those stats are increased quite nicely. His shot power goes up to 91, his finishing goes up to 95, his attack positioning goes up to 94. Fantastic finishing stats. 8 goals in 4 games is a really good return. Couldn't fault that whatsoever. Absolutely fantastic. His long shots, to be fair, felt very good. 81 long shots isn't necessarily that good for Klose, but in game it felt pretty decent. His finishing was absolutely fantastic. His shot power was brilliant as well. In general, his finishing was absolutely fantastic, and there's no more pros to the card, but there's at the same time no cons to him as well. There was no part that really let me down. He just wasn't, I can't believe I'm saying this for a guy that got me 8 goals in 4 games. He just wasn't amazing, and it's weird to say that, like, he was in terms of his finishing, but apart from that, he didn't really offer anything else. His pace wasn't that bad, but it wasn't exceptional at the same time. I thought with the Hunter chemistry he would have been really quick, but he wasn't that quick. Don't get me wrong, he's not slow, but he's nothing incredible at the same time. His passing, he got me 0 assists in 4 games. Yes, passing is not the most critical stat for a striker, but even so, I didn't think his passing was anything out of this world. His dribbling, interestingly, a lot of people would see his balance and his agility to be an issue. Very similar to Gignac, who's got similar balance and similar agility. Again, his agility and balance didn't feel that bad in game. Don't get me wrong, he didn't feel fantastic either, but he's a workable card. It doesn't feel bad whatsoever when it came to his balance and agility. I thought it was fine, but at the same time, his in-game dribbling, his ball control isn't out of this world. And in terms of physical, at the same time, wasn't fantastic at that. He wasn't weak, but he wasn't really that strong at the same time. And for me, just kind of, it's so difficult to describe this card, because he was exceptional at finishing, but that's as far as it goes. But at the same time, doesn't that should make him a really good striker to go for. But I enjoyed the 86 Gignac that cost me 40,000 coins just as more as this 89 Klose that cost me 750,000 coins, and for that reason, I can't recommend to buy him. I wouldn't recommend you guys to buy him whatsoever. I would instead go and do the Gignac SBC, because you're going to have a lot more coins left over, and you're getting a card that, in my opinion, is just as good as Miroslav Klose. And, you'll just see if you compare the cards in the in-game stats. They're very similar cards, and apart from, like, the pace and stuff like that on the stats and stuff, they're very similar. And I have to say, don't get me wrong, I did enjoy parts of him, but at the same time, I just don't think he represents great value for money. But that's just my opinion on this card anyway, guys. But thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.